want to give you guys a couple anecdotes and use them to draw out a true understanding of the human female and really game you up so that you can achieve your blue chip goals with regards to romance, family, and your happiness. You see, if you don't have the appropriate expectations of the human female, then you will be consistently disappointed, shocked, hurt, and all the rest of it. And so I really want to center you on being reasonable, which will root from having an accurate understanding of the human female. I want to share with you guys a couple stories. The first point I'll go through is this concept of the woman saying that you need to get to know her. This is particularly comical because it's like, shorty, like, who are you? They all think they're somebody, which is extraordinary because they're mostly all the same, very basic. And that doesn't make the human female unique. Most of us men, we're all the same. It's just a few of us might have some amount of recognition for us doing one particular thing with excellence, but we're mostly all the same. Women even more so. And they're woefully unimpressive, yet they believe the world of themselves. And because they're so into themselves, they think that you need to get to know them, which really is the concept that they get to talk about themselves, right? And they really hold the vagina hostage. They hold your time and attention hostage and try to force you to go through that process that they're facilitating, get to know them, which is strange because there's really nothing to get to know. And the reason that I say that is because very few of them are intellectuals. Nearly none of them have new ideas. All they do is watch Netflix, scroll TikTok, do silly dances that they put on social media. They have unnecessarily long and meaningless conversations with their friends, both in person and remotely on the phone. All of them are essentially either outright women of the night who earn their money horizontally, or they are a gold digger, or they are a woman trying to find a guy who can give them what they want, which is to say resources. So none of them are particularly interesting. It's really strange and funny that they think you need to get to know them. Like, for what, shorty? Case in point. One young lady whom I don't know how long I've been talking with shorty. I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. Maybe a year, maybe a year and a half. Hell, it could be 2 years. I don't know. And frankly, I don't care. You see, she hit me recently with this idea that, I don't talk to her enough. I don't get to know her. And in my mind, I'm thinking, it's been like 2 years. I know enough of you, but here's the reality. I don't need 2 years to get to know a person like you. I don't even need 2 months. And here's a gem for the ladies watching. Ladies, you're not fooling us, especially those of us who are mature, experienced, wise, seasoned, intelligent. I can assess a lot of things about you without you telling me anything. You see, what these dim-witted women want you to learn about them are factoids. They want you to learn factoids, irrelevant things. When's my birthday? What's my sign? My favorite color is, and you even ask the broad their favorite color. It's never one color. It's like they don't understand English. Well, it's blue, but also yellow. And I'm like, shorty, favorite color, just one, chill. They have troubles with the truth. They have troubles with making things plain, simple, and concise. It's the wiring. It's faulty. But they want you to take out your time and waste it learning all these factoids about them that don't add up to anything. It's like they believe you're going to go on some kind of dating talk show and you're going to be quizzed on irrelevant things like, what her favorite food is. It matters not. However, the important things about the woman I've assessed very quickly. I'll give you an example of such. There's one young lady that recently said, hey, do you want to spend more time together? And I said, for what? She said, so that you can get to know me. And in my head, I'm thinking, I already know everything there is to know about you. Now, in her mind, she's thinking, oh, well, we just met. We haven't spent much time. But no, I know all of the important things that relate to how we will engage in one another. What I mean by that is the following. You see, man and woman, the way we engage with one another is for the purpose of either procreation or recreation. That's nice. I gotta remember that. Let me write that one down. And when I say recreation, you guys know what it is. And when I say recreation, we're talking about enjoying the physical aspect of the woman. Most of them, that's the only value that they have to offer. And procreation would mean that the woman is qualified in some particular way. Number one, if you're a wise man, genetically qualified. A lot of these broads are sickly and have terrible genetics and ill health, and they eat like animals. They drink soda, coffee, and boba and all these like vile things. Their vessel is really filthy and polluted. They smoke cigarettes, use marijuana, and drink alcohol. I wouldn't want to put my seed in a polluted vessel such as that. So number one qualification is genetics. And then the number two qualification is a reasonable level of trust. Will she betray and or embarrass you? That's something we're all trying to avoid as men. So those are the two requirements that we have of the woman, which are really, it's a low bar. It's a really low bar. And amazingly, most of them find a way to fail and fall under that low bar. So anyways, the young lady says, yeah, we should spend some more time together so you get to know me. And in my head, I'm like, shorty, I know everything I need to know about you, like super quick. Number one, we did a video call. I was looking at the background. You heard me? Like, you're trying to entice me with sexuality. I'm looking in your background. I'm like, shorty's a messy female. That's disgusting. And what's more, you're so messy that you don't even realize that you're messy because you're in comfort. You're in a state of comfort. Like that messiness that you're in right there. Like I couldn't do a FaceTime call with that kind of a messy background. I'd be embarrassed. Furthermore, if I were at your home, I'd probably have an anxiety attack because there's too much clutter around. And where there is clutter, there is surely filth. There may be neatness and still be filth, but where there's clutter, the filth is guaranteed. So for me to expect you to be a woman in my life, a mother and a wife, while having poor cleaning skills and a lack of cooking skills, I mean, that would be ludicrous. So you talk about me needing to get to know you. I already know all the things I need to know. There's the category of recreation. There's the category of procreation. You've already failed out of the procreation category. Now that you're out of that, you're in the recreation category. And really the major requirements for you being of recreational use for me is that you're clean, whether it's disease-free, not having a lot of partners, not being promiscuous, and then, having good hygiene. And, I question if you even make that qualification. That's what I care about. That's what men care about. We don't care about all this extra stuff like if you watch Bridgerton and like what season you're on. Like, we don't care about any of that. We don't even care about what you have to say. Because frankly, most of the time when you're talking, I'm just thinking like, why are you talking? Like, and why are you talking to me? Like, I don't even want to be here. And it's just like, I'll be like zoned out. Like, it's just be like pure noise when you're talking. And the weird thing is like, y'all be fascinated with what you're saying, but still at the same time, you talk so much, you don't even listen to yourself. Try this on a broad. You heard me? Like, stop her while she's talking and then say, 3 or 4 sentences and then say, hey, what was the last thing you said? They don't even remember. They just talk too much. Here's a funny thing. Recently, a young lady had messaged me and she said that, actually, let me give you the story in order. This is a doozy. Gentlemen, Rice, peace and saints. This is Mohammed from Orientation. I'm going through the business course. Thankful for the knowledge. And by the business course, I trust he means the course on school.com/Marquett. That's SKOOL.com/Marquett. And that one is called How to Create a Product-Based Business with $500 or Less. He writes, thankful for the knowledge, and I'm putting it to good use. I am only halfway through the course and already have a product in mind. That's very good. I got the design ready and I have also found a manufacturer. Excellent. But I've not found a second one. Keep at it. Yet, like you said, one is close to none. Indeed. Do you think this is a good message to send to them? Quote, or this is not the quote, but he writes, I try to include everything you have taught me so far. Hi, manufacturer's name. Okay. I'm very interested in placing a bulk order for your fill in the blank product name, shaker bottle, and plan to order 2 times the minimum order quality. This is not necessary. However, before committing to a full production, this is way too long. I'm not going to read this. This is way too long. Okay. Go through, rewrite this concisely, resend it to me. This is way too long. And I'm glad you asked me this. And I have to check people so often. Concision is really important. And while we're talking about business real quick, let's just take a quick break to talk about business and money and get into this bag. People are accidentally stupid. It's like they're not even dumb people, but they're accidentally stupid. And that's why the ism is so important, because it provides the basics in conduct, in thinking, in manners, in etiquette that are hugely important. I'm not talking about the young man Muhammad. I'm talking in general. There's one young man, and this is really important. I want you guys all to pay attention to this and take this seriously. There's a young man recently. He took an opportunity to put out a product. I vetted everything for him, and I've done this for a number of people. And we decided on the product, on the quantity of the product to be sold, on the manufacturer, on the brand, everything, all the detail, and on the price. The pricing strategy was already figured out. So really all he had to do was send me the information for me to list it. I'm extraordinarily busy. Anyone that's worth anything is extraordinarily busy. People who are not busy, they're not in demand. They're not important. They don't matter. The people who do matter are very busy. When you get a chance to get some of their time, you have to use it effectively. That's why I told the young man, go back to the drawing board, write that message concisely. Because if you're writing a message to someone who matters, they don't have a lot of time in general. And also they're smart. They get things quickly. And if they're not a woman, they don't care about the hi, hello, how are you? Hope all is well. Hope this message finds you well. Stop all that, man. Like, give me a 3-sentence email. Ain't nobody got time for all that extra personal stuff. How are you? No, stop it. Let's get to the business. So here's the thing. This individual who was working on this product idea, he had sent me the photos for the product. And then I replied, I said, hey, how much is this product? How much are we listing it for? And then he replied and said, oh, maybe this amount, or was it this amount? It's like, I told you when I first presented the opportunity. So you didn't write that down. You got to be serious about your business. I'm not going to be that serious about your business. I'm not going to be as serious as you should be about making $1 million. Okay. If you want to make $1 million, that money's going into your pocket, not my pocket. I need you to pay attention to your own business. Mind your business. Okay. You need to know the price, not me. I'm already doing you all the solids. I'm doing you all the favors. You got to know the price. So eventually he figures out the price. He sends me the price and I list it, but it took a long time for me to list it because like every time I looked at it, there was something missing. And you got to remember, maybe I had time on Monday, but I had time on Monday. Now you got to wait 5 more days for me to get the time again to list your product. You're missing out on possible sales. Time is always the enemy. And so what I'm letting you guys know is that no one's ever going to care about you succeeding as much as you. You need to care the most. That's number one. Number two, you got to have intensity about whatever you do. It's like, do it or don't do it. Number three, no one cares. In general, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you. They don't care if you live or die. They don't care what you wrote in that long email. They don't care how you're feeling today. Nobody cares, bruh. Write the email short, okay? Because no one cares about your paragraph of writing. And then remember this. Because nobody cares about you and they care about themselves, you need win-win deals. Tell the other person what it is that's going to benefit them. That's what they care about. Okay. Those are the things that I really need you guys to take seriously for your own good, for your own good. Okay. For your own good. And really heed what I said about concision. If you can't write it short, if you can't state it summarily, you don't understand that well, or you're not thinking very clearly, or you're not confident. Remember that initial touch point with someone, that's a chance to see if they care. Imagine like you're offering me to do a real estate deal in West Africa and you send all these details. What if I don't have any money at all? What if my money's tied up? What if I'm not interested in real estate? What if I don't do business in this particular country? You wrote all this information. The first step is just to get like a yes or no. Like, Am I interested? Oh, he's interested. Great. Now give him some more information, but don't act like a female. Females overwhelm people. They ask too many damn questions at the wrong time. They give too much information. TMI every time. They're horrible in business. I hate dealing with women in business. So don't act like a female. Don't think like a female. Think like a man. Behave like a man. Do business like a man. Concision, bullet points, money. That's what we're here for, to make the money. Stop playing games. Talking about, I hope this email finds you well. Who cares do you care if I'm well or not? If you're about to make some money off me, do you care if I'm well? Listen to me. When I really needed the money in my life, man, I don't care if you do this business deal when you sick in bed. I don't care if you just got put in a wheelchair. I don't care if you got stage 4 cancer. Do this deal. I don't care if this email finds you well. This email could find you well. It could find you sick. It could find you in a ditch. I don't care. As long as we can get this deal done. So stop with the BS. I hope this email finds you well. I give a shit. Hope this email finds you well. Can we get to the point? Good Lord. One thing I will say, just nobody asked, but I'm going to tell you anyways. One thing that made me really happy today, the whole day I've been extraordinarily ruthless. And for me, that's a good thing. I really am thankful when I can exercise high levels of ruthlessness. It lets me know that I'm serious, that I'm really trying to get it, that I'm really living on my own terms. You really don't win until you get a little bit crazy. You get to that next level of ruthlessness, especially as a man. I was ruthless the whole damn day. I was going to a movie and I saw a gym there and I wanted to know if they had a punching bag. So I walked into the gym and some dude walked up and he says, oh, you can't come in this side. I was like, why? He's like, because that's the back door. The front door is over there. He's like, you can't come here. I was like, no, it's okay. He's like, no, it's not okay. I was like, no, actually it is. And I just kept walking around. He started walking to him. I was like, it's okay. It's fine. He was like, no, it's not. I was like, okay, well, you're not going to do anything. And if you touch me, I'm going to sock you out. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'm going to sock you out. So then I walked around, looked at the parts of the gym I wanted to see, and then I left. Then after I saw the movie, I went through the correct entrance because now I had the information. You know, I'm not a total psychopath. I went through the correct entrance and I asked the lady, I said, hey, how much is the day pass for tomorrow? And she says, oh, it's this amount. I said, okay, can I take a look at the gym? She's like, yeah, from the outside. I was like, no, I'd rather take a look from the inside. And I walked in, took another look. It's because, you know, imbeciles and demons, they will limit you and they will lie to you and they will do you wrong. And so that's why we got the 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people. These are not good people. I don't care about these people. These are robots. These people aren't even thinking. They're not even using their brain. So I'm not going to play games with these people. Then I was in line before that at the concession to get the movie tickets. And there's a young lady, and so there's a chick that's with me. Then there's another woman walks up super close and stands right behind her. I was like looking like, yo, that is a turbo close. That's crazy. Then I'm eventually handling my affairs there at the concession. Then there's a dude behind me and all his kids are swarming around me. And I just like put my hand out and push his chest back. Like, yo, like, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, why are you so close to me? Like, bro, like back up. You're just too close. You're just too close. I like to have a good distance, in case somebody needs to get socked out. I got more reaction time. He looked at me perplexed as to like why I was pushing his chest back, but so I've been ruthless all day, and I'm really thankful. And part of it is that workout routine. When you really go hard in the gym, it keeps you firing on all cylinders, and there's just nothing like the feeling of being strong and being deadly. I want the smoke. I'm prepared for the smoke. So it keeps me in the right mindset. So I've been particularly ruthless. And also 2025 is going up for me. I don't know about you suckers, but 2025 is going yay for your boy, man. I'm doing things differently. I'm doing more of the right things, and I'm going hard. And, everybody going to have to get down or lay down. So it's been a beautiful day. My contacts are dry. Give me a second. Let me just pop these out. Send in your comments, questions. We're going to get to this game, though. Promise you that. Much better. Oh, my eyes were so dry. Anyways, yeah, so guys, like really take me seriously when I'm telling you about these mindset things. Listen, and I've been there. Part of it is just inexperience. When you write long emails or long sales pitches, it's just inexperience. I get that. But now that I told you, you've been told, just know that it's better to be too short than too long. Because if I open up an email and it's too long, like I'm not reading it at all. I don't at all, especially if I don't know you, like knock it off. But if I open it up and it's short, even if I didn't want to read it, I accidentally read it. You see what I'm saying? You're like, Marquette, what are you talking about? If your email is 3 sentences long and I opened it, I read it. Like I can't not read it. It's 3 sentences long. It instantly, I got it. So do yourself a favor. You dig? And listen to me, man. You really got to want to win out here. You're going to see in 2025, I'm like, man, Quet cutting up. He doing everything. I really want to win. You dig? I want to win. Can I talk about these floors today? You guys support the work. We talking about it. Dig this. So let me tell you what this little goofball broad said. And these broads are all the same. You feel me? They are all the same. There's really only 2 types of chicks. There's a good woman and a dumb bitch. There's a good woman and a dumb bitch. The only thing is like there's only like 5 or 6 good women on the planet Earth, man. And I got like 2 of them. So y'all screwed. But check this out, man. This goofy broad says, we don't talk enough. Like, you don't know me. Like, you don't know me. We don't talk enough. You don't get to know me. Yeah, we don't see each other enough. We don't talk enough. I was like, okay, for sure. So what do you need to tell me? Well, it'd be better if I call. And I was like, I got time like that, especially when you're on that bull. Like when you could tell these broads want to get deep, that's when you got to avoid them. They about to say some ignorant stuff. The worst thing about it is they say things that are stupid or like mentally ill. And it's like they kind of know that it's mentally ill. But then again, they must not really know that you're looking at them like they're a nut because they keep elaborating. It's strange. It's like when chicks be trying to explain numerology to me, I'm like, yo, chill. Like she's like, no, really? I'm like, no, really, stop it. You sound like a psychopath. None of this makes sense. But anyways, Shorty says, it'll be better if we just talk on the phone. And I'm over here like, nah, I was like, just send a voice memo. Send the voice memo. She sent the voice memos. And I look and I was like, damn, Shorty just sent like 10 voice memos. There's no way in hell I'm listening to all 10 of these voice memos. And they like a minute a piece. Ain't no way. Hell nah. So then I was like, all right, just go ahead and call me. So she calls and starts talking like nonsense, just like silly, irrelevant stuff, stupid conversation. They're bored. That's the thing. They're lonely. They don't know how to basically say, hey, I'm living like a modern woman. And as a modern woman, I live alone. I don't have any kids, even though I'm at the age physically where I should have children. I'm in my 20s. I should biologically have kids. So because I don't have any kids, any responsibility, nothing to take care of, and I'm alone and it's lonely tonight, that's why I want to bug you, because I don't have any purpose in life. I don't have any kids. I don't have a husband. So I'm going to bug you because you're the guy that I'm interested in. That's what's going on. They're bugging you. It's annoying. So anyways, we get on the phone and I had to like cut the conversation at a certain point because I just ain't got time like that. And I said, yeah, let's resume this in the morning. She says, okay, sure. Well, I go to work at this time, so I can probably talk between 8 to 9. I was like, for sure. Hit me up tomorrow morning. We can chat. So then tomorrow morning comes and then she doesn't hit me up. Now, am I mad about that? Of course not. I didn't want to talk anyways. I don't want to talk and I don't want to listen. So I'm like, fantastic. That's a win. That's a W. But of course, I got to follow up. You dig? As a businessman, I got to follow up and just let her know, hey, if you ever feel like I don't know you or like we don't talk enough, just remember, you could have talked to me this morning. You didn't use the time yet. You was on the schedule. You own the schedule. You could have talked to me this morning, but you ain't used the time. And then Shorty sent this back. And, I wish I could say that she's uniquely foolish, but she's not. She's just typical. She's average. This is the kind of broad that if you drop a seed in her, I'm not getting into it. Anyways, she writes this. Let's see. It's a shame that I even have to scroll this much, right? Because that's just too much conversation. She writes, quote, I was thinking about it, and then puts a cat laughing face, but I slept until the last moment, right? So she's basically saying, I slept in, and when I woke up, I decided to go back to sleep and sleep as long as I could before going to work. which is letting you know that she's prioritizing her sleep over other things like talking to me or me getting to know her, what have you, which is fine, because she's basically saying it's a low priority for me to get to know her. It's a low priority for her to talk to me. That's fine with me because I don't want to talk anyways. I like the way things have been. Like, I don't want to increase the amount of conversation. But remember, she bothered and annoyed me and complained to me to get more airtime. But then when I allocated airtime, she didn't use it, right? Now, let me get into the conversation and the psychology. Shorty basically complained that she's not getting time. Then I allocate the time and then she'd rather sleep in, which lets you know the kind of person she is. Lazy, has no meaning in life, a thoughtless complainer, and also doesn't realize the value of things, the value of my time, the value of my presence, the value of me even associating with her. You see, they don't ever think of themselves as average or as common, which in fact, most of them are common and they're average. And especially if you're dealing with a higher caliber man that's able to command a high number of females or attractive females, is like, shorty, like you're not nothing. Like you could get replaced like instantly. And they really don't ever seem to want to take hold of that reality. The truth is these women are going to end up alone and childless, and they'll still be deluded and think it's everyone else's fault. But anyways, this is what I said to her. And so I'll read this to you verbatim. So let's see. So she writes, I was thinking about it, and then cat laugh face, but I slept until the last moment. And then I reply, at least now you know you had an offer of my valuable time to get to know you. Reread this message next time you think I don't give you time. And then she writes, this is the kicker. This is the kicker right here, boy. This lets you know that shorty is way throwed off. This is the kicker. Listen to this. This is wild. Shorty writes, when is the next available time for your valuable time? I would like to schedule 30 minutes of undivided attention. Could you look into that? Is that how it's going to be? Wait, did you just, no, there's no way. Did you just waste some of my time? Now, truth be told, she didn't waste my time because I wasn't like, I didn't block it off. She didn't waste it. It's just, she didn't keep her word. You know, I always double book, especially if women are involved. I'm double booking every time. But anyways, the idea that you would waste my time and then ask for more of it. A simp is in this situation is about to like act like it's all good. They're about to give her some more time, give her another chance, be understanding. Oh, she's a human being. Nah, I ain't with none of that. Nah, outro. So then I write, you work in the hotel business, right? Which she does. I said, you work in the hotel business. And then I write, say I asked for a very valuable hotel room and you reserved that hotel room for me, so no one else could use it. And others wanted that hotel room, but you reserved it for me. You held it. Then check-in time came and I never showed up. I didn't even reach out to apologize. And then I asked for another hotel room on another night. How would you feel? Would you offer another hotel room? Then in parentheses, I put, remember, I even complained about you not giving me hotel rooms before you gave me this one. And then she replies with something that's very typical. And this is why I tell you women and the truth are strangers. She writes, we said, quote, maybe in the morning. Now, I don't think that's true. I'm not a maybe talker. I don't really talk in maybe. I talk in yes, I talk in no. And if I'm not sure it's a yes, I generally will say no. I'd much rather tell you no and then be able to deliver it than say yes and not be able to deliver it. I really don't deal in maybes. I deal in yes and no. Why? because to reduce variables and increase the number of constants, which is to say predictable things, known values, clear things, it reduces anxiety, especially for someone that's as busy as I am. So I'm not going to tell you maybe, I'm going to tell you no. You heard me? So anyways, she says, we said maybe in the morning. And then I saw that she was typing. I saw the typing bubble and I said, okay, stop it there. I accept what you're saying, which is like, you don't have to elaborate. You don't have to give more examples. You don't have to convince me that we actually said this or that is true. Stop it right there. I accept what you're saying. And the reason I said that is, one, I didn't want to hear her babble on and elaborate. I just wanted to stop her from talking because I had yet another understanding of her. You see, the funny thing is that she wanted us to talk so that I could understand her better. I understand everything I need to understand about you. You're unreliable. You're not a unique person who thinks they're a unique person. You're not ambitious. You only follow things when there's consequences, like you're going to go to work on time because you'll get fired. If you think you can get away, molesting my time without consequences, you'll do it. You're not a good person. I know everything I need to know about you. The only goodness within you is between your legs. Aside from that, there is no goodness. And so I see you from a mile away, crystal clear in HD 4K. So I don't need to know anything else. So that's why I stopped her from talking and babbling, because all she could do at that point is lie. And gentlemen, what I remind you of is that the devil, the chief tool of the devil, is the lie. It's very effective. And women will often use imprecise language to confuse you. They'll lie about things. And even when busted, they'll persist in their dishonesty. And at such a convincing level that sometimes you question yourself, like, did I say that? Did she say that? Don't question yourself. They're liars and deceivers, and they're good at it. Just consummate actresses, master emotional manipulators. So before she could even get into her manipulation bag, I was like, stop there, stop there. It's not necessary. And also, I got too many girls for me to spend even half of a second dealing with someone that's incompetent. Go sit on the bench. Matter of fact, don't go sit on the bench. Go sit in the stands. Sit in the nosebleeds. You can stay at the game. Watch the game. It's a good game. But do it from the nosebleeds. You ain't even sitting on my bench. You ain't worthy of the bench. Get up out of here, shorty. Dip. So anyways, before she could say her excuses, I was like, no, I get it. I understand what you're saying. And then her being angry that she couldn't give her excuses, she then writes the following. She writes, schedules, rules, agreements, business-like relationships. I get it. There is no flow. Nah, shorty, don't do that. You're basically trying to evade responsibility. And now you're trying to shift blame from yourself to me. And I won't have it. I won't partake in it. And what they want you to do is they want you to argue with them. They want you to engage in them. They want you to get petty. They want you to play games. They want you to have to discipline them. No, I'm not going to partake in that, love. Like you got to go. So I wanted to share that with you because when the chick is saying, get to know me, or you didn't get to know me, or you didn't even ask me about me, or you don't know anything about me, they don't actually want you to get to know them. They want you to know the things they want you to know about them, which are usually the things that are complimentary, the things that are positive. But here's the comedy. A lot of the things they're trying to get you to understand about them or to think and feel about them are not even accurate. They want you to think they're clean. They're not clean. They want you to think they can cook. They're a terrible cook. They never cook. They want you to think that they're loyal and honest. They still talking to their ex. They want you to think all these glowing things that are inaccurate. So what they're really trying to do is brainwash you into a particular view of them, which is similar to the view they have of themselves. They want you to look at them the way they look at themselves, which is through rose-colored glasses, not through the lens of reality. For they look in the mirror and see damn near perfection, which is extraordinary to know how complicated, sophisticated in a bad way the female mind is. Despite being deeply insecure, they still look in the mirror and see perfection and beauty while also still feeling the need to cover over anything that would be less than perfection. It's kind of weird and hard to understand. What I'm saying is this: you got a woman who's fat and insecure, so that if you told her she was fat, she'd get mad. yet she'd still wear a crop top and have her chest all out and have her stretch marks out and all of her cellulite out, while still, so she's willing to show it, but still insecure about it. So it's like they're such sexual objects that they'll really risk everything to be viewed sexually appealing while still feeling insecure about themselves. It's just really a deluded, deeply dark mind that they have. And for that reason, you really can't let them run their own program. You can't let them run anything. I try to stop them even from running their mouth. That's why they be mad at me, because I don't listen to the nonsense. Anyways, carrying on. So shorty right there is a dingbat broad. And just here's a strategy for you guys. And the beautiful thing is if you got your girls in pocket, man, and they're really about you, you get away with a lot. So in my case, chicks will be like sending hella text messages and voice memos and what have you. Like, they might send 10 messages or 5 voice memos. Like, I don't even listen to, I might listen to one. And here's what I usually do. I usually just reply with an emoji or a reaction, one of those reaction icons. And women will often say like, well, you have to stop replying in reaction icons and emojis. And I'm like, why? They're like, because I need a real response. I'm like, no, that's my real response. Like if we were in person and you said this dumb thing that you just texted me, I just look at you like, and I sent the emoji that looks like the side eye emoji, like, what's wrong with you? I sent the what's wrong with you side eye emoji. That's what I would have done in real life. I'd have side eyed you like you're an imbecile. So I'm not about to write out you're an imbecile. I'm just put the emoji because I wouldn't have called you a fool in person. I would have just looked at you like you're a fool. And, I'm thumbsing up and I'm thumbsing down. Thumbs up means yes. Thumbs down means no. Okay. The 2 exclamation points, that means like, whoa. But really, I mostly don't feel that way. I'm just like, sometimes just letting you know that I read it. It's just like a read receipt. So now I don't have anything to say because what you're saying is not interesting. Like, I don't have anything to react to your idiotic questions and your irrelevant questions. Like you're sending me stupid stuff like, hey, what do you think about this song? I don't think anything of it. I wasn't involved in the production of this song. I'm not making a penny of it. It's not a slapper. It's not like music from my neighborhood. It doesn't make me feel anything at all. It doesn't make me want to dance. Like it's irrelevant to me. Like I don't have any thoughts on it. It's just you're wasting all of our time. That's what my real thought is. You're wasting our time. It's how they are. And, I'm going to just keep it G. And the more real you are, low key, you're in a much better position and you're conditioning them correctly not to engage you with BS. And you're also filtering. You're filtering out the ones that are even the most idiotic, right? If you don't keep it a bean, the ones that are idiotic are going to stay in the game and they're going to play games. I'll give you another example. Chick, and this goes along the line of the chicks like, you don't know me, like don't you want to get to know me? No, there's nothing to you. There's no depth. There's nothing to get to know. You're a simple-minded person. Like, what is there to get to know? You're basic. You wear makeup like every other girl. You wear high heels like every other girl. You wear fake nails like every other girl. You want brands like every other girl. You love shopping like every other girl on earth. You're incompetent like every other woman on earth. Like, what's there to get to know? There's nothing to get to know. You're an idiot. Most all of you, you're idiots. So like, don't waste my time listening to like your particular flavor of idiocy. No, there's nothing to get to know. I don't want to get to know you. I know enough. And shorty tell me she's a virgin. I'm like, maybe when you were like 10 years old, but like, no, I don't believe that. Don't tell me that. You're just wasting both of our time now, because what you're trying to do is hit me with this I'm a virgin stuff so that you can play games with the vagina. Now, here's the thing, love, and just for all the ladies watching, I want you to really respect this right here. Respect this. If you're going to play games with somebody who's a super player and you're going to play these sex game or like these games with the vagina, you rationing out vagina or all that other extra stuff, let me just tell you something. When I'm with a chick and we're walking around, I see other women looking at me and looking at her. And partly they're sizing up how we fit with each other, but they're also like peeping the drip, they peeping the swag, they peeping the confidence and the cockiness, and they like it. So like you might go to the bathroom and they might pull up. You heard me? Like they might be shooting eyeballs at me. They might look at the name on my credit card when I make my purchase and then slide my DMs later. Like, don't play games, shorty. There's some girl that we walked by that's trying to, she ain't even know me. We just walked by her. She trying to steal your spot, shorty. Like, don't play games. Like, there are chicks that just like the way I walk in a literal sense. You heard me? Like, don't play games out here. Listen, I'm dealing with a little bitty bit, and shorty try to play the virgin card. And we're like, she's leaving my hotel, not my bedroom, not my suite, but the common areas of the hotel. So she's going on her way, walking her there. And just on the walk there, we passed by 10, 15 bad females. It's a Saturday night. Walk by 10, 15 bad females. You dig? And they dolo, they in groups together. They looking at the big homie. And we didn't pass by single, good-looking young women. We didn't probably pass by 2 or 3 prostitutes as well, because it's a high-end hotel. That's where they go to make their money. So it's just like, shorty, if you got common sense. Now, this does not take into account the fact that I got a oodles of hoes. You hear me? This doesn't take into the fact that I got a whole stable, right? It doesn't take into account none of that. We're just talking about in the moment. So I'm gonna walk you out to go get your taxi that you called, and you're gonna play this game with the vagina, and you're interested in me sincerely, right? So you're basically taking yourself out of the game, because just me from walking from where I dropped you off at your taxi to walking back to my suite, you could there's 50 different opportunities for you to catch a L, and you did that to yourself. Now, if you'd have put a little bit of that nani on me, you heard me? Like I'll be too tired to even deal with these broads. I'll be too satisfied to have to deal with these broads. But you ain't do all that. You slacking in your job and you playing games like we're not both adults. And it'd be one thing if you was dealing with a sucker that really needed your vagina. Like, I don't need your vagina, bitch. You could keep it. You dig? I'll take hers. Like, come on, don't play games with it. And the only reason I say it like that is not to make any woman promiscuous, but rather to give her a real shot. It's like, if you really wanted a shot at the big homie, like, you got to play all your cards right, baby. You can't have a handful of 10 cards and play 6 of them right and think you're going to get across the finish line. It ain't going like that, shorty. Nah, you need to play all of them right. And I don't want you goofball broads out here thinking that, like, I'm the prize. Like, shorty, you're not the prize. Historically, that has never been the case, that the woman is the prize. You want a man to take care of you, right? Okay, well, dingbat broad, if the man is taking care of you, he's giving the most value. So he's the prize, huh? Come on now. I be seeing broads on social media breaking down, crying that they got to pay bills and take care of themselves. You dig? Come on now. Shit, I got it all, ho. Don't play games with me. You really just playing with yourself. You dig? They be playing with themselves and don't even know it. Shout out to Mohammed. Comes in by Venmo. He writes, thank you for the honesty. I had a girl recently tell me, let's take things slow. You have to get to know her. Nah, bro, she playing games. And here's the funny thing. She might want to take things slow with you. What about the old boy that smashed ASAP? She ain't take things slow with him. What about dude she met at the party when she was 17 and she was drinking for the first time? She ain't take things slow then. Like, shorty, don't play games with me. I'm the best you'd ever had. I ain't coming in second place to no man. You did? Stop it. He said, I told her, I know better than you. I know you better than you know yourself. Dumb bitch. Exactly, man. And, speaking of such, this little bitty bitch told me that she's a virgin. And I'm like, shorty, listen, I wasn't born yesterday. I was born at night, but not last night. I've been around the block a few times my damn self. I've been around the planet Earth a couple times as well. So how about this? You hit me with the I'm a virgin card. That's not going to go well. When she told me that, I told her this. I said, hey, sometimes we want people to think well of us. So sometimes we might exaggerate. We might be inaccurate. I just want to give you a chance to restate that or to think about that. Like, you might want to change that. And I'm here to love. I'm not here to judge. She was like, no, I am a virgin. Okay. We playing this game again. You're a virgin. Okay. All right. We playing this game again. I'm not going to respect you any more or less. I'm going to respect you based on the service that you provide, based on your skill set. Being a virgin is not a skill set. I appreciate that, but I'm gonna just be honest with you. I don't believe you. I am. I was like, okay, so you have a hymen? She's like, yeah. I was like, so you're gonna bleed if I take you down? I should. Okay, I should. Right. Okay. So, and if she is a virgin, you come across something like me, you cough it up, cough it up, cough it up. Because here's the thing, love. If you are a virgin and you have the basic womanly skills, you can cook, you can clean, you can follow directions, you can accept no when I say no, we could stick together for a lifetime. You see, the requirements actually aren't that high. It's just that women are so low. Woo-wee! The requirements aren't that high. It's just that women today are so low. Yes, it's a pity. Lying, deceitful, man. Deceitful. So Shorty playing that virgin game, and I didn't heard that game before, man. It's not a new game. I mean, chicks been sticking people with. Listen, in the Bible, abroad is talking about I'm pregnant, but I never had sex with anybody. I'm a virgin. Nah, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Nobody has a kid, no one gets pregnant without having sex, love. I'm not going for it. And, since time immemorial, chicks have been sticking suckers with other men's babies. You dig? Like they married a simp because he's the one that accepts her after she had all that partying and got railed by the whole football team. And, now she want to settle down after she didn't hop from cock to cock. You dig? She go ahead and settle down with the nerd. But then she let me max her out on the low. I mess around just skeeting her all disrespectful, and she let that sucker raise my seed. And I don't even want that seed, you dig? Because mom's was a slore. Yeah, I don't even really want that seed, but let my DNA propagate because my DNA is superior human matter compared to his. And she be privileged to have my seed in her, but she let him raise my kid. That's how it's been going, man. Come on, tell me something different. Virgin Mary, stop it. If you believe a broad can be pregnant and be a virgin, use a goofball. And I ain't going for it, homeboy. So anyway, Shorty hit me with the I'm a virgin stuff and the you need to get to know me. And dig this. I was on the phone with Shorty and then I said, hey, I'm hopping off the phone. So why? I was like, because I'm done talking. We're done talking. You have to go somewhere? You have a meeting? No, I'm just finished talking to you. I don't need a reason to get off the phone with you. I don't have to. No, I'm done talking. I've heard enough and I said enough. It's over. That's all there is to that. I don't have to be going to a business meeting to get off the phone with you. I don't want to talk. Well, why don't you want to talk? Why would I want to talk on the phone? Like, this is not normal. Listen, it's not normal for me to hold up this cancer-causing device to my brain for an hour. That's not normal. I'm not going to do that, especially if we're close enough to see each other face to face. You got something important to tell me? Hop in a car and come over and just tell me. You heard me? Otherwise, sit down and shut up until you see me again. You dig? Schedule some time, get on the big homie's itinerary and pull up. But I ain't going to hold this little piece of metal and plastic to my face for an hour to hear you babble about nonsense. You don't have anything to say. Like, we don't need to just talk to talk. Hell nah. Women be living like they immortal. You heard me? They got infinite amount of time. So anyways, I told Shorty, like, yeah, we talk. We put in a little bit of time. It's good enough. Let's get off the phone. So then she tries to keep talking. Whoa. Hey. Hold on, little bitty bitch. I said, bye. That means the conversation's over. Why are you still talking? So what I learned about her is this. She can't follow directions. She can't accept no. She's not following the leader. I said the conversation is over. She's trying to extend it. So it's a manipulation tactic. She's trying to act like she's getting off the phone off of something. Like, oh yeah, well, let me ask you this real quick. Like, no, don't. Don't, because none of it's urgent. And when you observe that kind of drive in a woman, they try to address it up in loving language. Oh, I just love to talk to you. No, that's cool. You could love to talk to me and wait until you get a chance to do it again. You can love to talk to me and get off the phone when I say get off the phone. But don't keep prolonging the conversation to where I feel like I need to hang up on you. And then you call me rude. Don't prolong the conversation because that's as rude as me hanging up in your face, which I will do. I will hang up in your face. But don't make me do that. Just when I say get off the phone, just get off the phone. See, what they do is they'll blood suck your time. And what they don't realize is that if they were able to be more trill If they were able to offer more value, you'd give them more time. You dig? Like, baby, I'm giving you the amount of time that you're worth. If you offer value, if you stay sane, you can get more time in this game. But if not, you need to sit on the bench a little bit. Yeah, sit on the bench, reflect, recharge, get back in the game with a game plan. Because right now you're just babbling for no reason. It's not going anywhere. So, what I learned about Shorty is that she's not actually following a boss. And here's another thing that they'll do. They'll act like they didn't hear you. Whether it's in the form of a broad or ask you a question and you give her an answer, she asks you the question again, probably because they're seeking a different answer. And it's just like, Shorty, I'm not going to repeat myself. I meant it when I said it. You hear me? Like, I'm not going to say that again. You asking me again, trying to get a different answer. Don't do that. Do not do that. I'm not going to repeat. I hate repeating myself. It's a waste of time. And it just shows your disobedience. And let me just, while the women are on here, let me just also say something. Gentlemen, you got to limit the information they get. You got to limit their access to certain things because women are very easily poisoned. Easily. You need to limit so much. And women, you need to limit your influences and you need to limit the masters in your life. You need to have a clear sense of hierarchy. Who am I going to prioritize? Speaking of priority, this one little broad who been DMing me for like a long time. I don't even know how long. I came to her city, not for her. I would never do that. You hear me? I came to her city for business. And then I forget exactly how it came up, but something to the effect like, let's link up. I didn't hit her up within like the first couple of days or the first week or so because I was busy with other things. I said, let's link up. She says, can we do it on this day instead? Because I got to do this family thing or talk to my aunt or so-and-so. I don't remember what the details are. I just hit her with a thumbs up. Not even thumbs up like, yes, we can hang out another time, but a thumbs up as to like, I read this or, hey, go have fun with your family, whatever the case is. But she's done. You hear me? Like she's done after that. Then she started hitting me back and replying to all my stories. Like, no, you're done because I don't care about your family at all. Marquette, that's ruthless. Well, hear me out. What I'm saying is this, like whatever you had to do with your family, I don't care about that. I don't care about whatever that was because your family lives with you or like in proximity to you. I'm from nowhere around here. You only get to see the big homie. Like this is a special occasion. It's a rare occurrence. So the fact that you're not trying to hop on the opportunity, you're a dumb bitch. And I don't play with dumb broads. I don't play with low IQ people. So where you had one chance, it was one strike and you're out. I don't need to loop back around. I don't need to circle back. And you could tell when a broad is used to dealing with lame dudes or simps because they think that they got a second chance. It's like you get half of a chance with the big homie. You don't even get one chance. You get half a chance. And then you're done. Shorty trying to circle back. No, there is no circle back. You're done. It's a wrap, Shorty. It's a wrap. And if you got to come back, come with a choosing fee, come with a real offer. But know this, I'm about to be 10 times more ruthless. Like I was going to treat you like a female before, but now I got to be real ruthless. I just got to treat you like a now. You did? Yeah. Because you're a dumb to me. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, believe that. Shout out to the double buller alert. Shout out to Rodney Rice. Peace and saints. On behalf of the Jones family, I'm sending my tuition. My mother passed away, so I have to fly to Detroit today, pay my respects, handle business, and continue with life because the world doesn't stop. Shout out to Mr. Jones. May everyone send some positive vibes and some positive thoughts and some prayers his way. Such that he would remain strong and focused and disciplined and maintain all of his daily disciplines in this time, which can be challenging, but he does have the right mentality. And I've seen many of the saints have suffered a similar situation. I won't name any of them right now. So I don't want to remind them of it, but both of the saints that went through this exact situation were solid as hell as they went through it. And I just hope that when that time comes for me, that I'm as solid as these guys are. So shout out to the real ones. You dig? I also acknowledge Muhammad. He writes, Muslim men are told heaven is at their mother's feet. Yeah, that's crazy. Keyword mother's feet. And then they go around treating these 304s like they are blood related with kindness. Whole time the bit is evil. Crazy programming. Muhammad, there's so much there to unpack, but you're right. And the funny thing too is that your mother might be one of the only females that's reliable in your life, right? So you always got to, make sure you keep that center of mind. But know that if you plan to get married and have kids, that you're going to need to reallocate time, focus, and attention. And your mother, being a woman, a female, is going to struggle to get that and monopolize your time, attention, and capital over the new woman coming into your life. It's a cold game out here, man. It really is. It's a cold game out here. May I acknowledge? Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Abdi as well. May I also acknowledge Mr. Pedersen. Shout out to Ferria. Bro, you got that. Shout out to LT. He writes, I always like saying, quote, I don't want to know your favorite color, B-Day, etc., followed by I don't give a about you yet. These are patty cakes. Bruh. This man might be being too real with the hoes. Shout out to Breezy TV, writes tuition pieces saints. Shout out to Felix as well, supporting. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, these chicks are goofballs. And let me put you guys on game. It's funny how many schemes and scams these hoes run. So number one, like say Valentine's Day comes up and you do what I do, which is not a damn thing. You heard me? And then the little floozy be like, hey, you didn't get me anything for Valentine's. I'm like, why would I? Like, I didn't get you anything for Diwali. She's like, what? I'm like, Diwali, bitch. She's like, what's Diwali? Exactly. It's a holiday in India that you don't celebrate. She's like, right, I don't celebrate Diwali. She's like, but I celebrate Valentine's. I was like, that's great, but I don't celebrate Valentine's. But I celebrate Diwali. Did you celebrate that? She's like, no. I was like, why? She's like, because I don't celebrate. Oh, exactly. I celebrate Diwali. You don't. I didn't expect you to. You celebrate Valentine's. I don't. Don't expect me to. You hear me? Yeah. Like, that's not my culture. That's your culture. And really, it's just a scam. It's not even a holiday. So the fact of the matter, ladies and saints, is that these broads will use all of these tactics to milk you. You heard me? Like they gonna use fake holidays. They want to get friendly on the birthday. But it's funny how they dump your ass right before your birthday come up. Won't they? It's wild, man. It's funny how somehow Valentine's Day only goes one way. Like you got to get them stuff. They don't get you a damn thing on Valentine's. Like who thought of that? It's the weak simps with inferior genetics. They have to go out of their way and break their neck just to get a broad. You heard me? When you're pretty and gifted like me, you ain't got to do all that extra stuff. These hoes be shocked, man. These hoes be shocked because I give them zero kudos. You like, look here, you get no kudos from me. You really got to show me something out here. Valentine's birthday, man, I can't tell you the last time I got a birthday gift for a broad. I can't tell you the last time I got a Valentine's Day gift for a broad. It's not necessary at all. One little broad wanted to hang out and shorty said, you're not going to come pick me up? I was like, why would I do that? I don't drive Uber, bitch. Like you think I'm a Uber driver? I don't drive Uber. Like I'm not going to come pick you up. What's the logic of that? I was like, we're going to have breakfast at my hotel. You want me to leave my hotel, pick you up and come back? I was like, stop it. Stop it. I tell you what, I'll meet you downstairs at this time. Does that work for you? What'd she say? Yeah, I can. She fell in line, of course. Because she realized, like, okay, bro's not playing games with me. Let me stop acting stupid before I get shit canned. You hear me? Like these dumb broads out here, like, want you to do the most. Here's what you got to let them know. It's like, shorty, I don't know you. Who are you? Why am I going to go way out of my way? I don't even know you. Like, what are you thinking? Do you think because you're pretty, I'm about to do all that extra? Shorty, I'm about to walk by 10 pretty women right now. Like, I ain't got to get in a car to go pick you up, stupid. I'm giving you an opportunity to come spend time with me and present yourself. Because who I am speaks clearly. Who are you, though? Like, they be having the most extraordinarily high self-esteem for no reason. I'm like, you might be a great person, but I don't know you. They don't show up with any level of humility. I show with humility. I don't assume they know who I am. I don't assume they know that I have any value in this world. I look at it as a mutual opportunity for us to get to know one another. for us to get to display our values and our offering and see if there's alignment. But I'm not about to treat you like you already somebody. You're nobody to me, shorty. You ain't done a damn thing for the big homie. You ain't ever stuck it to my mitt. You ain't laid a greenback on me. You never served me. You ain't cooked me up a meal. Who are you? You're nobody. One little broad told me, I don't feel like you put in any effort. Well, that's not true. I do put in some effort. But here's the thing. Why do you deserve effort from me? Like, you haven't cooked me a meal. You haven't given me the chance. You ain't took the chance. What you mean giving you the chance? You ain't took the chance, shorty. I told you, you asked me, what am I looking for? I told you exactly what I'm looking for. It's always the same thing. I'm looking to get the most that I can get out of you. If you are worthy of procreating with and marrying, I wouldn't get married legally, but I want that from you if you're worthy of that. But 9 out of 9, you're not. You hear me? And if you want that position, you ask me what's important to me in a wife. Number 1, cooking. What, you can't cook? No, I can't, and I don't want to. I could fly an airplane, so I figure if I could fly an airplane, I could probably figure out how to cook, but I don't want to, stupid. So being that I don't want to, that's why I have you. I like for my woman to cook for me and go get the food and bring it, set it in front of me. I eat the food, and then she takes the dishes and the flatware away from me. I like that. You hear me? And me, I'll take my dish and go put it away. And I like those women that really feel like it's their job. They're like, no, sit down. I like that. I like when I open up a cabinet. You hear me? I got good women. I open a cabinet. They hear a cabinet open. They're like, you need something? I'm like, nah, I'm good. I be trying to sneak and do stuff myself. They don't even like it. They don't like me to do nothing myself. I like those women. I don't like you raggedy slores who have never cooked me up a meal. You don't mean nothing to me. Got me speaking in double negatives, improper English. You don't mean nothing. You dig? Look here, little bitty bit. If you can't cook up some chicken tagine, if your ass can't cook some chicken tandoori, if you can't cook up some dorowat, if you can't make anything, no, you mean nothing to me. And I want you to know, dear, your vagina, it means nothing to me at all. It means nothing. Oh my, it's weird how much it means nothing to me. And half of you girls, so I want y'all to know this. This is the other part that's crazy. Your vagina don't even always be fire like that. You need to really get a sense of how good is your coochie. It can only get you so many miles. In general, good coochie damn near don't even get miles with me. Bad coochie, yo ass damn near, you need to pay me. You need to pay me. So a lot of you girls, you think that you have good vagina. You don't have good vagina. Let me explain. Pay attention, ladies. This is the truth. You don't have good vagina. Many of you, you don't have good vagina. It's just that the lames you're dealing with, they don't get vagina. So these guys are weighing up no vagina versus your vagina. That's their calculation. The calculus is no vagina versus your vagina. They're like, oh, I'll take something rather than nothing. Then when you're dealing with the big homie, I'm weighing up quality cut, you heard me, versus what you got. And most of the time, you ain't even measuring up like that. So quit playing with me. You need to really follow directions. You need to be in pocket. You really need to be on program. I can't play with you because your vagina is mid. It's mid. So I really need some other values added in. And even if your vagina was great, I still need the other values added in because I'm not a sex freak. I'm not a pervert. I'm not a vagina addict. You hear me? I like it. I'll put it to use, but it's not top of mind. Here's the thing. I'll be with a gorgeous chick. I take breaks off the vagina. I take vacation off the vagina. You dig? I'll let it breathe for a day. Yeah, I might let it breathe for 2 days. Playing with me? Yeah. I'll make you have to throw it at me. I don't need to be in it all. I don't need to be all in your rib like that constantly. It's not necessary. You hear me? I got business meetings. I need energy. I got to hit the gym hard. I don't need to be hitting you hard every day. Come on now. See, you used to playing with these lames, and these lames, they ain't got it like that. To me, it's a burden. You hear me? With the situation I got, it's a burden. They happy to catch some vagina. To me, nah. It's not like that, shorty. So you need to pay attention and be on your A game. And it's weird how they really think that they're fooling you. They really think that believe them when they say, oh, I never did this before. Like, what are the chances that you're in your 20s, you grew up in the era of people who were raised on adult content, you've dated several guys, had many relationships, been to parties, you've drank alcohol. Like, what are the chances that you've never done this before? With regards to heterosexual intercourse, excluding, the ultra weird and extreme stuff, that there's only so many things you can do. So what are the chances you've not done them? Stop it. And gentlemen, let me throw something else out there for you. I've experienced this so many times. Now, there's some women I know, like, I was really gutting these girls. I was in their gut something vicious, and like they had every right to be hollering, they had every right. There's some of them I was really in there. And I could, not only was I going to town on Shorty, but I could also feel that I was at the end of it. I'm really punching Shorty's guts. Like, I was at the end of the road. You hear me? I'm bumping up against organs, vital organs. Those ones I could tell. And when they're screaming and running, I understand. Then there's other chicks where I'm like, Shorty, like, what are we doing here? Like, the joint ain't even tight like that. I don't even feel the walls. Like, I don't know where the end of this road is. I thought this was a dead end road. This is a goddamn freeway, baby. Like, stop with all the like, wait, slow. Like, stop with all that. Like, Shorty, just like take this pipe, quit locking your legs, just relax, stop playing games, just take this pipe. Cause like all of this theatrics, like, you're not fooling me. Like, I would love to think that I'm King Kong in this, but no, that's not what's going on right now. Like, you're an actress right now, and I don't appreciate it. Like, don't insult my intelligence over here. Like I know you want to act like you got that super tight and like you haven't done it in this amount of times. Like, but no, like, you're just inconveniencing me, right? Like, when I put you in doggy style, like, arch your back. Like, don't play games trying to act like you don't want it all the way. Like, stop it with that. Like, you're just annoying me.